students. So in the last class you had studied in the chapter motion and time, you had studied about different types of graphs, isn't it? You had studied about bar graph, pie chart, line graphs. Yes, we had also discussed about speed. We had also discussed about what kind of graph do we draw for in order to find out the speed. That is, we draw the distance time graph, which is a line graph. I have discussed. So now we will learn how to draw the graph. I think you had already studied in your mathematics class how to draw the graph, but still I'll tell you some extra things. So let's get started. So you take a sheet of graph paper and draw two lines perpendicular to each other on it as shown. Now perpendicular means 90 degree, isn't it? So mark the horizontal line as x o x dash, it is known as the x-axis. Mark the vertical line as y o y dash, it is known as the y-axis. The point of intersection of x o x dash and y o y dash is known as the origin O. Okay. So now I will show you how you can draw the graph. Suppose this is the graph paper. So this is the horizontal line, this is the vertical line. So horizontal line you need to mark as x o x dash, and vertical line you need to mark as y o y dash. Both are perpendicular to each other, that is this angle formed is 90 degree, isn't it? So now when you draw the graph, I think in mathematics class also you have studied that you draw the line like this, isn't it? This part you don't draw, basically you draw it this way, this part, and you mark this as the x-axis, you mark this as the y-axis, and the point of intersection, that is where the x-axis and y-axis meet, this is called the origin. Okay. O. So now actually this part that you draw here, we mark the positive values, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, or plus 10, plus 20, plus 30, plus 40. This side also you mark the positive values. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, that way. Okay. But on the opposite side, this part for x-axis and this part for y-axis, that is x dash and y dash, oy dash and ox dash, this part you mark the negative values actually, but this you don't need now. Okay, because in higher classes where you have to draw graph where you need to plot the negative values, then you mark this side. That means this side, suppose you are marking 10, 20, 30, 40. Suppose your graph has values minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, minus 40, you have to mark it this side. Okay. Similarly for y-axis, here you suppose you mark 10, 20, 30, 40. Below oy dash, this part you have to mark the negative values, minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, minus 40, that way. Okay, so this is how you draw the graph. Okay. So the two quantities between which the graphs are drawn are shown along these two axes. We show the positive values on the x-axis along OX. Okay, now as I told you, suppose this is OX, here you mark the positive values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 for x-axis. Okay, the positive values you mark it there. Similarly, the positive values on the y-axis are shown along OY. Okay, suppose this is OY. So all the positive values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 you mark it here. Okay, for y-axis. Alright. In this chapter we shall consider only the positive values. Okay, for maths also I think you are doing only the positive values. You never mark minus 10, minus 20 on the graph. Okay, always you mark positive values. So in this chapter also we will study about the positive values only. Okay. Now, Bojo and Paheli found out the distance traveled by a car and the time taken by it to cover the distance. Now, suppose this is a table where you are given the distance covered as well as the time taken to cover the distance. For example, this is the serial number. Okay. For example, when the time did not start, the car did not travel any distance, so it is 0. When the time was 1 minute, distance covered 1 kilometer. After 2 minutes, distance covered 2 kilometers. After 3 minutes, distance covered 3 kilometers. 4 minutes, 4 kilometers. 5 minutes, 5 kilometers. So when you look at the graph, is it uniform or not? The values, it's uniform, isn't it? Because 1 minus 0 is 1, 1 minus 0 is 1. 2 minus 1, 1, 2 minus 1, 1. 3 minus 2 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1. 4 minus 3, 1, 4 minus 3, 1. 5 minus 4, 1, 5 minus 4 is 1. So for every 1 minute the car is traveling 1 kilometer. Okay, that means this is a uniform graph. But practically is it possible? No, practically it is not possible. Because for every 1 minute, not necessary that the car will travel 1 kilometer. Yes or no? Because there may be traffic jam, there may be speed breakers, there may be traffic signal. Okay, so the car might need to stop. So this graph is a uniform graph, but practically it is not possible. That is why we find out the average speed, as I told you. Okay, because we find out the total speed. We never find out for every kilometer, for every minute, how much the car has traveled. Okay, so this table that it is shown, this is for uniform motion of the car. Okay, but actually, practically, this is not possible. Okay, so you can make the graph by following the steps given below. So first you draw two perpendicular lines, right? OX and OY, isn't it? OX and OY. You draw like this. Okay, this is OX, this is OY. So you need to draw two perpendicular lines. Decide the quantity to be shown along the x-axis. Now along the x-axis, that is along this side, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. For x-axis basically we take the time, okay, and for y-axis we take the distance. Okay, so you can also take distance for x-axis, that is okay, but normally for x-axis we take the time and for y-axis we write the distance. Okay, then that is in this case we show the time along the x-axis and the distance along the y-axis, as I told you. So basically we plot the time along the x-axis and we plot the distance along the y-axis. Choose a scale to represent the distance and another to represent the time on the graph. For the motion of the car, scales could be time 1 minute is equal to 1 centimeter, distance 1 kilometer is equal to 1 centimeter. Now what is 1 centimeter? Wait, I'll show you. 1 centimeter is actually this one small box. Okay, one small box. In the graph you have many boxes, isn't it? So one small box represents 1 kilometer. Got it? So for x-axis, since we are taking the time, so 1 centimeter, that is one small box, is equal to, we will take 1 minute, and for y-axis we are taking the distance. So 1 centimeter, that is one small box, we will take 1 kilometer, because in the table it is given in minute and kilometer, so we have to take accordingly. So time we will take one small box is that is 1 centimeter is equal to 1 minute, and for distance we will take one small box, that is 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer, because it's given in minutes and kilometers. Okay, all right. So mark the values for the time and the distance on the respective axis along to the scale that you have chosen. For the motion of the car, mark the time 1 minute, 2 minute on the x-axis. Okay, so on the x-axis, as I have shown here, on the x-axis you can mark one small box as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, according to the time that is shown. And for y-axis, the distance also you can mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One box you can take one interval. Okay, that way you need to mark. Okay, all right. Then now you have to mark the points on the graph paper to represent each set of values along the distance and time. Observation recorded at serial number 1 shows that at time 0 minute, the distance moved is also 0. As it is shown here, that for time 0 minute, the distance covered is also 0. Okay, so you will start from 1, okay, on the graph. That means suppose this is the graph, 0 you can keep it at O only, no need to mark 0. You start from 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that way you start. Okay. Alright. The point corresponding to the set of values on the graph will therefore be the origin itself. After 1 minute, the car has moved a distance of 1 kilometer. To mark this set of values, look for the point that represents 1 minute on the x-axis. Draw a line parallel to the y-axis at this point, and draw a line parallel to the x-axis from the point corresponding 1 kilometer on the y-axis. Now this, suppose you have drawn this graph, okay? So you have marked like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the time that you have marked in minutes, and this is the distance that you have marked in kilometers. Now, for time 1 minute, how much distance the car has traveled? 1 kilometer. So what you drew, you draw one line like this and one line you draw like this. So this point is 1 minute and 1 kilometer, because here both the points are coinciding. Okay. Similarly, suppose for time 2 minutes, the distance covered is 2 kilometers. Okay. So you mark this point. So here when you draw the perpendicular line, so this point will be what? 2 minutes and 2 kilometer, because these both the values are coinciding at this point. Okay. Similarly, for 3 minutes 3 kilometers, this will be the point. For 4 minutes 4 kilometers, you have to draw a line like this, and from here you have to draw a line like this. This will be your point. For 5 minutes you need to draw a line till here. From here you need to draw one line. So here it will be 5 minutes 5 kilometers. Okay. And then what you need to do, you need to join all the lines. Okay. So when you join the line, what it will be, that it will be a big line and it will be a straight line. Why? Because this graph is a uniform graph. Okay. So uniform graph, it is a straight line. Okay. Alright. The point where these two lines intersect represents the set of values on the graph. This point represents 1 minute 1 kilometer. This point 2 minutes 2 kilometers. Similarly, mark on the graph paper the points corresponding to different set of values. So after you have marked everything, okay, you will get a straight line like this. Here you can see all the points are marked. That is 3 minutes 3 kilometers, this is the point. 4 minutes 4 kilometers, this is the point. 5 minutes 5 kilometers, this is the point. So when you join the points like this, it is a straight line. So this graph is a uniform graph and the car has moved uniformly. Okay, so it shows uniform motion. Am I clear? So we'll continue with the explanation in the next slides. Thank you.